There's some music.
Good morning. It has been a morning of a dozen glitches, which means that the rest of the morning will go off without a hitch. This is the attitude that we are holding this morning. It is the attitude that we hold through the darkest days that we are walking through together. We walk through joining hands, eating pancakes, singing songs, hoping and working for the best. Welcome to All Souls, where all souls are welcome. You are so joyfully called to worship. I invite you to rise in body and or in spirit, and we will sing our opening hymn, and the lyrics are going to appear on the screen right now. Yes, hold on. Hold on. There are no, hold on. See, so it continues. The glitches continue. We are past that, Adam. We are now singing. Here we go. All right, here we go. Lyrics are there. Onward. Are we singing? Opening hymn. I know that all of you know that peace is so important to lead us to freedom. And so we take a moment every Sunday to greet each other with a greeting of peace. We know that there are folks in the online pews who have been so patient this morning. So let us greet them first. Peace be with you. And if you are in the online pews for the first time, let us know and Carol will greet you and orient you there. Is anybody here in Unity Hall here for the first time? I see you, Marcia. Welcome, welcome. We're glad to see you. Let us make a joyful noise as we offer to each other a greeting of peace. Peace be with you.
Good morning. As we do each week, we acknowledge the Nahantic, Mohegan, Mashantucket, Pequot, and Eastern Pequot people as the traditional caretakers of the land on which we worship. We honor and pay respects to these tribes, their ancestors, and their lineage who today uphold traditional practices, art, and education.
And each Sunday we light the chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. And this morning I would like to call up Kiana and Caitlin to light our chalice. It's on the bulkhead, so don't get confused. And as these two youth light our chalice, we say these words together. We come to this time and this place to renew our faith in the goodness and beauty of life, to reaffirm the way of the open mind and full heart, to rekindle the flame of hope, and to reclaim the vision of an earth made fair with all her people one. Thank you, Kiana and Caitlin.
This morning, we light the candle of peace today for immigrants being detained and deported. Even though this is happening everywhere, we hold close immigrants in Newark, New Jersey, who were arrested in a raid. These arrests in the raid included detainment of a U.S. citizen who is also a veteran. We hold all close.
And from that tragic moment, we move to hilarity, because that's what life is like right now. The story for all ages is taken from, sorry, it was wrong.
I was about to yell, turn your mic on.
What do you have? I turned this off because I was swearing so much earlier. And I didn't want you all to hear it. Okay. So the story this morning is inspired by the old folktale called Stone Soup. Raise your hand if you've heard of that story. Okay. So this is called Pebble Pancakes, and it was adapted by Perry. So here we go.
I'll tell you a story about these special pebbles. A long time ago, there was a village where the people didn't talk to each other and mostly stayed inside their homes. They were very suspicious of each other and believed there was something evil lurking about their village. They thought their neighbors could be part of that evil. The village had been through some difficult times. A flood had destroyed homes. The biggest company in the area had moved away, so many people had lost their jobs. And there had been a horrible election that made everyone question humanity's basic virtues. It wasn't that there was actually something or someone evil in the village. It was just that they lost touch with goodness and their connection to each other. I took my pebbles on a trip to this place. Oh, look, it's the village church. Hi there.
What do you want?
Well, I'm in town for a little while, and I'm wondering if you could tell me the best place to stay.
Oh, you don't want to stay here. There is evil lurking in this village. I don't know you anyway. You could be part of it.
Actually, I know the cure for evil.
You do?
Yes, it's pebble pancakes.
Pebble pancakes.
Yes, with my special pebbles here, I make the most delicious pancakes that make all evil magically disappear. Do you happen to have a pan or a griddle I could borrow?
I happen to have a griddle right here.
Perfect. Thanks. I'll just start the pebbles cooking. You see, the pebbles are the foundation for everything around us. They give you solid ground to stand on. If you're going to fight evil, you have to be as strong as all those little stones together.
If these are really pancakes, I would think the foundation would be actual pancake batter and maybe some butter. And I happen to have both right here in the pulpit.
Okay, that's fine, but the strength of the pebbles is the most important part.
I would think that integrity to be the most important. My grandmother loved chocolate, and chocolate chips always remind me of integrity.
Well, add them.
I don't have any.
Well, maybe one of the other villagers has some.
Might there be a villager with, oh, well, thank you very much, neighbor.
I do.
Thank you. Thank you
do.
so much. Thank you so much. There you go. We'll add them, I think. I don't have any.
Thank you, neighbor.
I do. Got the duh. Thank you, neighbor. Good, good, good. Friendship. It's your line.
No, first time.
Friendship is
Well,
also.
since you want me to add chocolate chips and batter, I have to do that, even though the pebbles are the most important part.
Okay.
Friendship is also an important part of pebble pancakes.
My childhood friend and I used to share graham crackers after school, and I'm always reminded of good friends when I eat graham crackers. I wish we had some right now. I wonder if anyone in the village has some graham crackers. Oh, good. Look at that. Look at that. Come on up. Well, thank you, neighbor. Thank you so much. Here you go. You want me to hold these while you put on the...
Sure.
So, chocolate chips, pebbles, graham crackers. How's this look to you, Jojo?
Looks very yummy.
Very yummy. Good. And graham crackers.
Well, as you can see from the griddle, warmth is also an important part of pebble pancakes. They always seem to taste better when people add their own warmth to the pancakes.
Oh, fire and warmth always make me think of marshmallows. Right? You too? Marshmallows. Every time I sit around a fire with friends, we roast marshmallows. Does anybody have marshmallows?
I do!
Oh, well. There you go. There you go.
Thank you, friend.
Marshmallow. Ooh. Yeah. How's this sound to all of you? Yeah. I got $20 writing on this. That you're all going to think this is disgusting. Perry doesn't think so. Well, I knew this guy once who liked bananas on his pancakes. Gross, gross.
Part of defeating evil is accepting differences and welcoming ideas that are different from our own.
I actually like bananas on my pancakes.
That makes me a little uncomfortable. But I guess you can put them on one. How's this going? Oh, on the plate, not on the pancake.
It's important for everyone to express themselves authentically, to be who they are without fear.
Oh, you would love my Aunt Melina. boy, does she express herself without fear. She just says what she thinks, but she's always sweet.
Well, Melina means little honey in Greek.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Honey. Well, that's something good on pancakes, right? Especially with the marshmallows and the chocolate chips and the graham crackers. And we could honor sweet Aunt Melina. Does any villager happen to have any honey? Well. Come on up, Nora. Come on up. Of course Nora has honey. Who's a bigger honey than this honey? Come on up. Come on up.
There might be evil lurking in your griddle.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
The pebble pancake is cooked, but it's just missing one key ingredient.
You're kidding. What's that?
The power of beloved community.
Oh, so where do you find that?
You find it wherever people come together to eat pebble pancakes.
Wow, our village has been rid of evil.
That's the power of pebble pancakes.
There you go. Little music, Bill. No, I think these are done. They're done. How many of you would like a taste of the marshmallow graham cracker chocolate chip pebble honey? Yeah, Jack, one. I think you owe me $20. Yeah. Here you go. You put it on top. Put it on top. I think it's done. Yeah. It's confusing because the marshmallows have melted.
Nice and gooey.
Yeah, nice and gooey. Take it to Jack. There you go.
Here, wait, I gotta give them a fork.
Here's a fork for Jack. That's it. When Perry and I were planning this, I said, what could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? There you go. Yum. Yeah, you could put, Where's the other? There you go. There you go. You want a fork? There you go. All right. So ends the fable of the pebble pancakes. I think you have to eat with your finger. Run to the. Oh, there you go. Good. What?
Do you not like s'mores pancakes?
That's what they are.
The kids love s'mores pancakes. The rocks. Oh, you didn't realize the magic pebbles are actually chocolate.
They're chocolate.
Was that what was throwing you? Really?
Oh.
See?
I
so how
said
many of you would eat them with the chocolate?
You owe me $20. I am telling you. I know. There you go. I said this is going to be so distracting. People are just be like, these are the grossest pancakes. There you go. No, all the plates are gone.
Right,
we're going to move on. We're going to have the choir come on up to sing. Did you find it?
You need another plate to take off the pancakes.
All right, we have to.
Come on here.
Wish I had my $20.
All right, good.
I unplugged it.
Yeah, good. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Adam, that we need the pulpit mic.
I've never had such a delicious mid-service snack before. We'll be singing for you Gaudeamus Hodie, which means let us rejoice today.
Thank you, choir. The $20 is in my office. It was totally worth it. So we are going to go talk about stewardship in faith formation as you do that in Unity Hall here. So please sing us out with Trees of the Field.
Thank you, choir. We have come to the element of the hour that we share in which we are reminded of our commitment to witness each other's lives. Those of you in the online pews may put in the chat what you'd like to have shared here in Unity Hall. Those of you here in Unity Hall, I invite you to come forward and light candles of intention as you are so moved. The circle is open for the joy and sorrow we share. Prepare our hearts and minds for all that has been shared. Anna Praise Sessler from Martin House offers us peace and joy and celebrates her parents, what would have been their anniversary. So we're thinking of your mom and dad. Carolyn Carter asked for prayers for Cassie and Reverend Connor, whose baby, this is so tragic, Carolyn, whose baby did not survive open heart surgery. Her name was Daphne, and so we say her name and hold her and her family close. Carolyn, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So hard. From the online pews, AJ expresses joy for granddaughters and oldest son's birthdays. It's lovely. Happy birthday to those family members. And I am not going to identify the person who said this, who fears for two of their best workers here from Guatemala on work visas, one of which just gave a promotion, as well as the presence of ICE in Willimantic, Hartford, and Bridgeport, and New Haven as well. So we hold close all of the fear and the anxiety that so many of our neighbors are feeling, and we will keep doing the work. I invite you into a communion of prayer and meditation as we hold the joy and sorrow that has been shared as much as that which we hold in the sanctuary of our hearts. Spirit of life and of love, seen and unseen, intuited and not at all, we lift up our hearts. We lift up our hearts in concern, with love, with care, determination in these difficult days. We hold close the personal joys and sorrows felt in everyday life by every soul here gathered. May this hour be for all a gentle landing, a place to shore up strength and hope, and a way to step forward into a new day, renewed. We give thanks for this day. We give thanks for each other. We give thanks for all that is our lives. May the congregation together say, Amen. Amen. I invite you to remain seated. We'll close the circle singing From You I Receive. We'll sing it twice through. Amen. Since I announced my retirement back in October, I'm feeling a bit freer to admit to you some of the things that have driven me, just a teeny tiny little bit crazy over the 24 years. It's very freeing. Some leaders are very well aware of this next one, but I'm going to treat all of you to this confession. Every year, I have bristled at the annual brainstorming session to come up with a theme for the annual stewardship campaign. I just don't understand the need to come up with a theme for an effort that has such a clear goal. We need to raise the money that makes our common endeavor possible. If you want the church to be here for you and for the person sitting next to you, and to be here for the wider community that so depends on All Souls, if you want All Souls to be here for the next generation and the generation that follows the next generation, then we all need, every single one of us, we all need to put some money in the basket. Actually, how's that for a theme? Put some money in the basket. All of this said, I understand why we've spent so much time mulling over money matters. Leaders have read books together. We have talked with church finance experts. Board retreats have been dedicated to this learning. We've hired consultants for both capital campaigns. We've attended workshops. We've led house meetings on the topic. Be assured that your leadership, ministerial and lay leaders alike, have thoughtfully thought through every angle that relates to the annual stewardship campaign and giving in general. Understand that all of this has been done to better understand the fraught topic for many: money. To be clear, giving in and of itself is not fraught. Money, on the other hand, fraught. Here are just a few hurdles that we must clear in order to talk about money without a sense of dread or embarrassment or anxiety. We don't have enough, or we're a little embarrassed that we have so much. We have more than we have ever had before, and we're a little afraid to part with it. We're anxious about what we perceive as a volatile financial forecast nationally or globally. Maybe money was weaponized when we were growing up, or our family never talked about money, so we never learned how to talk about it ourselves. And then there's this rancid ingredient in the cauldron: the corruptive power of money. We have all witnessed said corruptive power in our political system, for example. Perhaps you've experienced the same in your family's system. And yes, because it must be said, church systems are not immune to money's potentially corruptive power, right? But money does not hold corruptive power here, at this church, here at All Souls. Money's power in this system is benevolent and practical. Quite simply, it allows this congregation's ministry to flourish within and beyond our walls. Here are the few ways that money is used here at All Souls. Foremost, money is used to fairly compensate your ministers and staff. Not surprisingly, staff salaries and benefits are the most significant budget line in the long list of budget lines. While this faith community, like all faith communities, is a volunteer organization, volunteers are supported and in some ways led by the hard work and expertise of religious professionals. That's one. Our money supports the Unitarian Universalist Association, as the UUA supports this congregation and all of our sibling congregations in our association. All Souls is already heavily leaning on the UUA in preparation for the ministerial transition and will continue to heavily lean on the UUA for the same and more in the next 2 years. There's the individual ministries and programming, including the congregation's worship life, lifespan faith formation, social justice, and including our financial commitment to the Interfaith Covenantal Initiative, to name a few. And so with all of that said, this sermon is the 24th sermon on the amount. Do you get the joke? Let it sink in. Sermon on the amount. That is a really nerdy inside clergy joke, all right? This is the 24th, and it may surprise you to hear that I actually love preaching this sermon every year, in part because of the reasons I just explained. When it comes to All Souls, I have no problem talking about giving and talking about actual money. In fact, I relish it. I do. And you know why I relish talking about money here at All Souls? You know why? Because I love All Souls. Because I love All Souls as an institution, as a congregation, because I love and honor Unitarian Universalism as a faith tradition. And I love and honor all of you. So I relish talking about the ways that money, your financial support, helps make the promise of liberal religion and All Souls missions realities. Here's what I'm observing in the lead up to this year's stewardship campaign kickoff. In the past 10 weeks since the election, I cannot tell you how many souls have expressed gratitude that All Souls is here and engaged and living our mission to welcome, care, seek justice while supporting lifelong spiritual development. I've been heartened by the number of souls not seen for a long while who have made their way back in this moment. It has been especially heartening as well to see long-timers and newcomers alike here in Unity Hall on Sunday morning, filling the sanctuary with robust attendance. Look around. And the online pews as well. Even though we got a late start this morning, there are, I think, 38 households worshiping from the online pews. The need to brew more coffee for coffee hour is a good sign. And I'm grateful. Gratitude is a powerful balm for an aching heart. I'm grateful for the deep effort to live our values in this uncertain time, whether it be organizing or showing up for a rally for justice, coming together to learn about the ways we best resist tyranny while centering our Unitarian Universalist values, making oneself vulnerable and agreeing to meet a stranger, albeit a fellow soul, to weave more closely this fabric of community. Mostly, I'm grateful for every single small act of kindness you extend to each other and to the community beyond these walls, because I know that you are all doing that. Rejoice and give thanks. Gaudeamus hodie, and be glad. In this spirit, I hope that this spirit will inform your giving to All Souls and our life-saving, do not doubt that, our life-saving mission to welcome, to care, and to seek justice. And it is in this spirit that I, in one moment, invite you to rise in body and or in spirit to join in this prayer and expression of thanksgiving for all that is our shared life here at All Souls. Kyle will lead us. Come on up, Kyle. I do, in fact, invite you to rise in body and or in spirit.
The responsive reading this morning is called A Place of Meeting by Eileen Carpeles. Excuse me. Eileen was served All Souls from 78 to 1981. After many years of lay-led services, she was a first settled minister. And so we begin. Out of dreams and sacrifice, the people build a home. Out of the work of their hands and hearts and minds, the people fashion a symbol and a reality. This house is a place of meeting one another in warmth and joy and openness, meeting one with another in courage and love and trust. May all who enter here trust one another so surely that they dare to share the deep fires that burst into anger as much as the sweet spring waters that swell into laughter. May these walls know silence as 100 hearts search inward, each for its own small spark of hope that might otherwise be snuffed out in the noise. May these rafters hear the voice of the child as surely as that of the preacher, the sound of the piano, the clack of the keyboard, the swish of the broom, and know that all are as holy as the shout of a million stars. May the rain fall lightly on this house, the sun shine warmly, the winds blow softly, and bless it as a place of joy and peace.
May the congregation say amen.
Amen.
I invite you to be seated. Thank you, Kyle. Rejoice, give thanks, and be glad. And put your money in the basket. Dear souls, thank you in advance for your generosity and your care. Blessed be, and amen. 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 And so to bring us into this moment, I'm going to invite Mike Ritz, the chair of our Stewardship Committee, and Janet Beebe, our treasurer, forward to just say a little bit about this campaign. Come on up, you two. A lot of work goes into these campaigns and building the budget, the first draft of the budget, and these two have been leading up both efforts. Jan. So Carolyn is always a hard act to follow. So this morning, as I was getting ready, and, picking out my outfit and my accessories. When I got done, I looked in the mirror and I put my glasses on, and all I could think of is, why didn't I go and get a really cool pair of eyeglasses like Carolyn? Okay. So now we get down to it. In preparing our next fiscal year and creating the draft budget, we had to acknowledge a lot of changes. Carolyn will be retiring in June. We'll be hiring an interim minister to start in August. And as you have read in the weekly e-blast, we have decided to not fill the position of acting associate minister after Katrina leaves in May. I firmly believe that we can get through these changes because we are solid financially and growing. In this draft budget, we are continuing to strive for equitable salaries for our staff.
Because we have grown in members and the cost of living has gone up in this area, the UUA has raised our goal, but we continue to be committed to reaching it. We have also provided adequate funding for building and grounds to help them keep up with the needs of our property. And because we have listened to you, we are increasing our commitment to the UUA program fund. We have also funded the cost of hiring an interim minister and the increased costs of both our hazard and employee medical insurances. And we are funding the payments for the 5-year HVAC loan, which, isn't it nice? We're so nice and warm. Our pledge goal is $472,500. To meet this goal, we will need an average increase of 8% in pledges. If everyone can pledge something, I believe this goal is possible to achieve. Any amount will be deeply appreciated. Finally, this is the 4th and last budget I will create as your treasurer. You have amazed me every year with your generosity and support of this community and of me. We came out of COVID strong and resilient, and we will continue to be strong and resilient as we face the challenges ahead together. So, please put some money in the basket. Thank you.
How about that, Janet Beebe? I'm Mike Ritz. I'm honored to be your stewardship chair for this year and next, if you'll have me. Raise hands. Anyway, I promised Carolyn that I would be brief. So I'm going to skip ahead to 1953. There wasn't much that happened in those first 5 years anyway. Okay, maybe, all right, high school? No, all right, okay, all right. Anyway, let me refer to our campaign here. Oh, I guess, but first I want to apologize to every one of you for offending you, confusing you, or otherwise disturbing you. And if you
disturbed before, they're disturbed now.
Well, if you haven't received that, you will soon. Okay. All right. So the campaign runs starting today through March the 2nd. But feel free to give early so we can end the campaign as soon as I hear from everyone. The council and the board committee members were canvassed last week, and they've already committed and pledged nearly $179,000. So we're off to a great start. So the congregation will be canvassed starting today in the following fashion. Emails will be sent with pledge forms to those who have chosen electronic, and that we should receive by the end of today. Personal hard copies are available from Lynn at her table back there where John is sitting. And if all else fails, there are hard copies on the visitors table if you just want to fill out one of those. We have 3 goals. Next slide. We have 3 goals to meet. One, obviously, is to support the 8% increase on the average. We know that some of you are not going to be able to do that due to personal circumstances. We understand that. You give it from the heart. You give what you can. Those who can, we don't feel free to limit yourself to 8%. Another goal, which is very important to us, would be to achieve 100% pledge participation. No matter what you can give, it would be great if we could say everybody gave, everybody pledged. Since our theme is now put some money in the basket, I would just add to that, tell us before you put the money in the basket. So pledging is basically so we can plan on what you're going to put in the basket. Okay, so let us know ahead of time. Goal number 3, which is equally important to me, is no matter what you decide to do, it would be great to hear from you. If I don't hear anything back, I mean, let's suppose that you're not in a position to pledge anything. Send me back something to let me know that you received our information, you gave it consideration. If I don't hear from you, I'm calling you. And we both don't, well, even though I enjoy talking, as you know. All right. Please direct any questions and concerns you might have to the church office or to me. Carolyn summarized it better than I ever could. The reason I was going to try and inspire you, but I don't have to go with page number 6. I would just close with saying that, you know, this is Carolyn. This is not only Janet's last budget. This is Carolyn's last year. And I know that we all would love to give Carolyn a great send-off, and we will. But one of the ways that you could make Carolyn feel really, really good is to put some money in the basket. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet and Mike, for the laughs as much as anything else. Thank you. The offering will commence. Let us speak these words together. We give to the work of all souls. Our work weaves the fabric of love called community. To this end, we dedicate ourselves and this our offering. The offering will be gratefully received. Shared and all that you have sacrificed. We're going to join our voices and sing for all that is our lives. I invite you to rise in body and or in spirit. extinguish the chalice while we speak these words together. Our worship has ended, but our service is not yet done. May our spirits be renewed and our purpose resolved as we meet the challenges of the week. The chalice flame is extinguished until once again ignited by the strength of our communion. Those of you in the online pews, I invite you to hold your hearts and reach out to the world beyond your screen, and those of us here to open up our hearts as we give thanks for all that is our lives, that we honor the spirit of giving and generosity so prevalent in this congregation, and that we use all of our power of treasure and time, to make our own days and the days of those most vulnerable glad. Gaudeamus Hodie. Go in peace and return again with great joy. Amen. And then remember, kiss of peace. I love that, right? Kiss of peace. I think we're going to skip the postlude. It's going to be traveling music. I invite you to be seated for quick announcements, and then we were going to continue on to pancakes without marshmallows, graham crackers, chocolate chips, and honey. Very quick things. The lost and found box is right underneath the name tags. It is full to overflowing. If you think you may have lost something recently, just take a look. Beginning on Thursday, January 30th, there will now be offered a weekly drop-in meditation sangha, Thursdays from 3 to 4:30 in the community room. This new offering for meditation is in addition to the Tuesday and Wednesday morning sanghas. Contact Nick Evento. Nick, can you raise your hand? Here's Nick, or John Betcher, who's in back, if you have questions, if you'd like to learn more. And finally, this is very important. The Interfaith Covenantal Initiative is holding house meetings, the next step in this project lifting off, next Sunday afternoon here at All Souls at 3 o'clock. I would really love for there to be at least 10 people there from All Souls or more, but we're hosting all of the congregations that have been involved in this effort. You have to register for this. The Weekly News has the link for registration, but here in Unity Hall, if you want to learn more, Charlie, where are you, Charlie? Charlie Schott and Judy Kermsey, Linda Sargent. Please see them if you have questions, but I would really love for you to come out for this. And now, pancakes. Let there be pancakes. The next member, if you're interested in learning more about, and the last one is next Sunday right after the service. Okay, great. Let us have the feast.